Are you sometimes worried that you might be rejected by potential customers or by your target audience when you're trying to put something out there or when you're trying to ask them to become clients of yours? This fear of rejection is very common. I mean, a lot of entrepreneurs they struggle with this because I mean, rejection. Let's be honest. Rejection is not pretty. It hurts when we're being rejected. But oftentimes we allow this fear to really keep us stuck, keep us, staying safely in our comfort zone, not able to move forward because we want to keep ourselves safe. Our ego want to keep ourselves safe. So we avoid anything that could really cause us to be hurt, cause us to be possibly be rejected. If it's something that you want to put out there, let's say you want to write a blog post and you're procrastinating because you're worried, what if people don't like it? What if my ideal clients think I'm not good enough or anything like that? That is the fear of being rejected. But in all honesty, I mean, for one, you can't ever make everyone happy. I mean, there are always going to be people that are not going to like what you're putting out there. But if you allow this fear to really dominate you, to really hold you back, then you're really going to have a really hard time really creating the success in your business that you want to create. So today in this video, I want to do a little EFT tapping round to help you release that fear of rejection, because you're meant to go out there. You're meant to share your story, your content, your wisdom, your knowledge. You're meant to share all that. But if you're so afraid that you're potentially being rejected, it's going to make it really hard to release the content, to acquire more clients, to really create the life and business that you dream of, that you want to have so much. Okay, so just follow along. I'm going to do the EFT round around fear of rejection. Hopefully that will help you release that a little bit so you can go out there and share your gift. Okay, so follow along. Even though I'm afraid of being rejected, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I'm so afraid of being rejected, I deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. Even though I have this fear and these worries around being rejected, because if I get a no from a potential client, I'm going to hear, you are not good enough. And that's going to hurt. And I want to avoid this type of rejection because it's going to be painful. And I know this is really holding me back. Because of course, not everyone is going to want to work with me. Not everyone is going to like what I do. And maybe instead of taking it personal, maybe I just be open to the possibility to seeing this differently. To see it more as maybe it's not the right time for them right now. Maybe they're not in the right place to be working with me right now. And I choose to open myself up to the possibility to seeing this differently. And I deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. All this fear of being rejected, all this fear of getting a no, all this worry that people might not want to work with me, or invest in my products and services. All these fears around getting a no. I know this is holding me back. It's keeping me from putting myself out there. Because maybe I have put myself out there in the past, and maybe I have received many no's. And now I worry that every time I put myself out there, anytime I ask potential clients to work with me, I worry that they might just going to say no. So instead, I hold myself back. I don't put myself out there as much because I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to get rejected. Because rejection really doesn't feel all that great. And anytime I do get rejected, or I get a no from a potential client, I wonder, did I do something wrong? Did I maybe say something wrong? Am I maybe not good enough? Or maybe I'm charging too much. And I have all this self-doubt come up. Where I really question my own ability. So instead, I try to keep myself safe. I try to avoid rejection any way I possibly can. Because rejection is really not good for my ego. But I'm realizing that it's just old programming. And maybe my self-doubts, my limiting beliefs, actually show up in a conversation with potential clients. And energetically, I'm already telling them, you need to reject me. Because I really don't think you want to work with me. Energetically, I'm already telling them to tell me no. To reject me. Because maybe I already go into the conversation with limited thinking, with limited beliefs around that they're just going to reject me anyways. That they're just going to tell me no anyways. And I can see how this thinking might be holding me back. And I choose to release the self-doubt. I choose to release the fear around being rejected. And I look at each potential client as a new opportunity to get closer to a yes. And even if I do get a no, that doesn't mean that they don't like me. That doesn't mean that they don't want to work with me. It just might not be the right timing right now. So I choose to let this need to take things personally go. I choose to release this fear of being rejected because I know once I release this fear, once I release this self-doubt, I can then go out there and do what I need to do to get more clients, to make more money, and to become more successful. So I'm going to release this fear of rejection right now and right here, uncreate and destroy it, release it at a cellular level, all the way back through my past. And instead, I choose to have faith in my own ability. I choose to believe that I am good at what I do. I choose to go out there with confidence that the right people are out there just waiting to work with me. And so it is. Now take a deep breath and release. Okay. How do you feel now? I mean, do you still feel very fearful around being rejected? If so, rinse and repeat. But just go out there. I mean, like I said, not everyone is going to want to work with you. Not everyone wants to say yes right now because there are oftentimes there might be some situations where they just can't. They maybe really can't afford you. Maybe it's not just an excuse, but maybe they really can't afford you right now, or maybe right now is really just not the time, or maybe there is just not no good connection between you and your potential client. But don't let that hold you back. I mean, you're doing what you're doing for a reason because maybe you want to change the world. Maybe you want to make an impact in the world. Maybe you want to help people, or whatever else that it is that you're doing, or your why you're doing what you're doing. But don't let the fear of rejection hold you back because, in all honesty, it's just our own mind holding us back. So release that, okay? Now, please feel free to leave a comment below. Let me know how you're feeling about this, what you're thinking about this. Like and share it. I would definitely appreciate that. And I'll see you in the next video.